Man, I'll tell you what, the Redcat Valkyrie is probably my favorite car that I own, besides the XRT, which video will be coming out soon. I've just got some big repairs on it. But this is by far my favorite for two reasons. It's not too big, not too small. It's like the perfect scale. I like 1/10 scale cars. Another thing is, it is so durable, insanely durable. I've not been kind to this car. I've owned it for probably going on 3 months now. This is their second generation or second rendition of the Redcat Valkyries. So it does come with the slightly thinner shock oil and I don't remember what else they fixed. I'm so sorry, but it's been an amazing car. It's crazy reliable, and again, I've been just abusive to this thing. It's probably got wear-wise close to 8 or 10 months of drive time, within the 3 months that I've owned it. I have flipped and trashed and wrecked it and landed on the roof from very high, going very fast. This car has been through a lot. I've broken probably 4 or 5 body posts. I've broken a lower and a couple other things we'll go in about. But let's start off just with appearances and some external upgrades. So the tires that come with the Valkyrie, I'm just gonna be honest, they look great. They give you no air control whatsoever, zero. Even when you're running it on forest, it still just feels like it's just missing that control. You can still do a backflip, but yeah, good luck, man. So I went ahead and replaced it, the tires with some Proline Badlands, 5.85 inch center tires, and they do not rub. I know there's a little bit of an issue with the length from where the hex sits compared to where the body's at. And certain tires, you know, when you turn all the way, they'll either rub on the frame or they'll hit the body. They don't rub. These are great tires. They clear very well. Another thing is, I am not a 1980s fanboy. I don't necessarily like the super sharp square body vehicles. They look, you know, they're cool, just not cool for me. So I bought another Arrma Big Rock 3S body, did a little custom paint jobby on it, and personally I think it looks pretty cool. Let me know what you think. But enough about appearances and external features. Let's take a look at the electronics, because this is something I'm just very surprised about. So the Valkyrie comes with what looks to be some Hobbywing electronics, a Hobbywing speed controller and a Hobbywing motor. Now, I'm a huge Hobbywing fanboy. I really like their ESC and motor combos. I have one in my XRT, and it works amazingly. However, these are rebranded, so these are rebranded for Redcat, and I have a feeling that they've kind of limited some features on the ESC. Now, I'm comparing this to a Max 6. So, this is a Max 10, released by size and amperage range. This is a 60 amp, I believe. Let me double check that real quick. I am so sorry, 120 amp, Max 10. Now, the Max 6 that's sitting in my XRT right now, I can adjust everything, from the punch to the turbo delay. There's nothing off the table. But first off, you have to adjust it manually, so you have to go through the whole beepy button cycle thing. With this, there's not a way to really plug anything up or hop on an app with, from what I can tell. I could be wrong, and if I am, let me know. But from what I've discovered, you have to do it manually. That kind of sucks. I don't like that. I don't really think anyone likes that. Number one. Number two, there are some features missing. So you can adjust your brake force and your punch level and your mode, whether if you want to have reverse or not, or if you want to invert the motor, you can do that as well. But there's a lot of things missing, like your turbo time, turbo delay, your punch force max. Just a lot of features are missing. So that I really like. Just let me reiterate. I really like that it's a max 10 and that we have a Hobbywing motor. That is amazing. The equipment's awesome, but I don't necessarily like that the ESC is restricted. That's kind of a negative right there. Moving on to the motor. The motor is amazing. It's got plenty of power, plenty of torque. It handles these tires with ease. These arguably 6-inch tires. It's perfect. It doesn't get hot. Has plenty of torque, plenty of power. There's not much to say. It's very, very reliable, very nice, very fast. One gripe I do have is that they have these XT connectors. I'm not a huge fan, but you can use them with EC5s. It's not the most, I guess, clean energy way of connecting a battery to a speed controller, but it'll do. Another plus, one thing that I really like is, man, the differentials in this car, all steel. Doesn't matter whether it's the rear, center, or front. They are all oversized for this car. They honestly look like something that you would see in like an X-Max or a Creighton. I mean, they're huge. They're actually huge. And I don't see them going out anytime soon. I'm still on the stock ones, and I've got like 30 batteries to this thing already. So, yeah. Another thing that I do like is the steering servo. Sorry, totally drew a blank. The steering servo. It's not fast, but it's got a ridiculous amount of power. It moves these 6-inch tires around with absolute ease. I'm genuinely impressed with it, and I haven't really torn it open to see like okay, what's the brand name, what is it? But one thing I can tell is that the stock servo that comes with the Valkyrie is amazing. I want to say it's a Hexfly. I could be wrong. I know Redcat's been doing some Hexfly stuff, so that might be the case, that it's a Hexfly servo, but it's amazing. So we've got plastic uppers, plastic lowers, which really help with flexibility for this thing. It's not heavy, but man, on those heavy hits, those hard, sideways hits, or one tire's hitting before everything else, it really helps. It kind of gives a little bit of a forgiving aspect to the car, so that's nice. So let's talk about some things that are broke. So some things that have broke on me. A rock just came out of this sucker. Is the lower. If you can't see that, I've put some zip ties in there. And I haven't been having any problems since. At all. 0 problems. Another thing that is broken is, if you can tell right here, it's a little chipped away. I have broken 3 body posts here and 1 body post here. So this being the front and this being the rear. The body posts are too stiff. The plastic is just too hard. It's not flexible enough. And I did contact Redcat, and I explained to them my findings. I feel like that the body posts are just a little too stiff. They snap easy on bad landings. I've bought 3 packs of body posts. One on accident. I thought I had ran out, but I had one more. But that's neither here nor there. Oh yeah, and right here the gearbox upper housing. This is all one piece. This tower brace for the shocks and about halfway down to the gearbox, this is all one piece. So I think it's just a rear bulkhead is what it's called. I could be wrong, forgive me. Because of the force from these horrible landings and how stiff these body posts are, it's actually snapped up here on both sides. Let me get you closer, see if you can see that. Yeah, so that's a little bit of a problem. If you plan on getting one of these, just expect that if you have a bad landing, there's a very solid chance that you can do some damage to the front or rear bulkhead where the body posts plug in or connect in. I do like that they're held in by screws though. So the question that is currently unanswered here: would I recommend this RC car to an enthusiast or someone who's getting into the hobby and wants a really nice 1/10 scale? I'm gonna be honest. I really like this car, so I'm gonna say yes. But then again, I have a little bit of what's the word? I have a little bit more of a lean to say yes to this car. I'm just very impressed by it. It's been quite a durable little machine. It's super fast. It has great aerodynamics. Once you change the tires out, you can do backflips for days. Because of the long chassis, it actually really helps with front flips too, keeping it straight in the air. It doesn't rotate on you. And it can take the beating. Honestly, like if you're in the market for an RC car, just situationally speaking here, for like your son or your grandson, and you want something that's really nice, that's gonna last quite a long time, and that can really, what's the word? Really grow alongside with your child or your grandson or whoever it might be at a younger age, man, I'd pick this car. I genuinely would. Now there's no speed restriction, so you're gonna have to teach him some trigger discipline, some throttle discipline, so to say. But it's an amazing car. I would totally recommend it. But with all that said, I hope y'all have an awesome day. Thank you for watching. Oh, and one last thing before I close out the video, I prematurely said bye. Talking about the remote a little bit. It is honestly pretty simple, pretty easy to read out and understand. You've got your steering EPU. You've got your throttle trim, your steering trim, and then you've got a steering reverse button and a throttle reverse button. And you've got a couple channels, like if you want to put like a light, another channel for, I don't know, whatever you want to put on there. The trigger feels nice, the grip feels really good, and the steering wheel's very responsive. I mean, the smallest movement is turning these wheels, no problem. But with all that said, have a good day.